Welcome to our channel. Today, we are exploring one of the most fascinating chapters in American coin callhands, the Lincoln Shield 1 cent. While it may seem like a humble penny at first glance, certain issues of this iconic coin, particularly those with rare mint marks and in exceptional condition, have become highly coveted treasures among collectors. In this video, we will guide you through the top 7 most valuable Lincoln Shield pennies, highlighting what makes them unique, their historical significance, and the impressive sums they command in the auction market. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a new collector, understanding these rare coins will deepen your appreciation for American numismatics. So let's get started. First up, the 2018 Denver Mint version in a rusty condition. Many collectors might overlook modern pennies because they're common in everyday change, but there's more to this coin than meets the eye. We'll explore why even a rusty 2018 penny can interest collectors, how its story fits into American numismatics, what unique features it holds, why it can demand strong interest in the market, and how some examples have brought surprising prices at auction. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just curious about coins, this video will unpack the intriguing world behind a seemingly ordinary penny. The Lincoln Shield cent was introduced in 2010 as the successor to the Lincoln Memorial design that had been used from 1959 to 2008. This reverse design features a representation of the United States Union Shield, symbolizing Lincoln's preservation of the nation during the Civil War. The obverse, of course, carries the enduring portrait of Abraham Lincoln, first minted in 1909 to commemorate his 100th birthday. In 2018, the Denver Mint produced over 3.7 billion of these coins, each struck in copper-plated zinc, and marked with a small d under the date to denote their origin at Denver. These coins were issued for general circulation, which means most went into wallets, cash registers, and eventually jars or coin rolls across America. Because they were intended for everyday use, most ended up heavily handled, showing wear and, in many cases, oxidation or rust over time as the zinc core reacted with its environment. At first glance, a 2018 penny might look just like any other modern cent, but a closer look reveals details that collectors appreciate. The Union Shield on the reverse is made up of 13 vertical stripes bound together by a horizontal bar, representing the original 13 states joined as one. This imagery echoes the unity that Lincoln fought to preserve and has become an iconic design in modern U.S. coinage. The obverse portrayal of Lincoln, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date with the D mint mark, reflects continuity with more than a century of Lincoln's cent production. Unique collector interest isn't just about a coin's face, it's about condition, surface quality, strike sharpness, coloration, and grading. Coins with original red toning, RD, bold details, or eye appeal often command higher values than dull or worn examples, and those subtle visual cues can make all the difference in the world of numismatics. The huge mintage of the 2018 Lincoln Shield cent, rarity enters the picture in the highest grades. Most circulated examples, even those in rusty condition, are abundant and trade near face value. They aren't rare in a traditional sense because billions were released. However, what is scarce are coins that escape circulation with superior surfaces and high grading from professional services. For instance, certified examples in grades like MS68 or MS69 with strong red color have appeared at auction with impressive prices, even fetching into the several thousands of dollars when the grade and eye appeal are exceptional. One such top example, graded MS69 RD, realized nearly in an online sale, a staggering premium over its face value and a testament to collector demand for premium specimens of even modern issues. Rusty or corroded coins rarely bring such prices, but their sheer contrast to premium pieces highlights how condition and rarity at the top end fuel collector enthusiasm. For many collectors, the chase is not just for any 2018 but for that elusive high-grade piece that stands out among billions. What is a 2018 penny actually worth today? In everyday circulation with wear or rust, a 2018 Shield cent is still essentially worth its face value, that's 1 cent, because most coins of this date and mint mark were produced in enormous quantities. Coin price guides confirm that typical uncirculated examples might be worth a few cents to a couple of dollars in average grades, with higher uncirculated grades fetching modest premiums. However, at the high end of the market, and in certified collector auctions, values can jump dramatically. Top-graded specimens, particularly those with vibrant red surfaces and exceptional strike, have been recorded selling for $203,000, with a documented example realizing almost $6,000. This gulf between everyday examples and premium collector pieces illustrates how the numismatic market values condition and appeal far more than age or face value alone, even for a coin minted as recently as 2018. If you're watching this because you want to collect coins or maybe you found a stash of pennies, there are a few important tips to keep in mind. First, always handle coins carefully. Oils and dirt from fingers can damage surfaces and reduce value, especially for modern coins where surface quality matters a lot. For rusty or corroded pennies like your 2018 D examples, consider consulting a professional before cleaning them, because improper cleaning can destroy any potential value they might have. Invest in good magnification and learn basic grading standards. Knowing the difference between brown or red surfaces can help you spot coins with potential. If you think you have an unusually nice specimen, consider submitting it to a respected grading service like PCGS or NGC, as certified grades often unlock auction value far above raw examples. Finally, always cross-check recent auction results to understand the current market trends, because coin values change over time with collector interest. The United States Lincoln Shield Reverse 1 cent 2018 D may seem like an ordinary penny at first glance, but its story is rich with nuance and offers lessons for both new and seasoned collectors. While most rusty circulated examples remain close to face value, the extreme upper end of the market shows that even modern coins can command significant prices when condition, rarity, and collector demand align. Whether your interest is historical, financial, or purely hobbyist, these coins remind us that value is not always about age, but about scarcity and the passion of the collecting community. So next time you're sorting through change, take a closer look. You never know what hidden gem might be lying right in your hands. Next up, the 2019 Lincoln Shield Reverse 1 cent coin without a mint mark. At first glance, it may look like any other penny you find in pocket change, but for collectors around the world this coin has created quite a buzz. In this video, we're going to explore the fascinating history behind this modern Lincoln cent, examine its unique features, uncover why certain specimens are in high demand, and discuss the current market value in real dollars. Whether you're a serious numismatist or just curious about coins, you'll want to stick around to the end. The 2019 Lincoln Shield penny belongs to the long-running Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. This design has endured for more than a century, making the 1 cent coin one of the most recognizable pieces of U.S. currency. In 2010, the United States Mint introduced the Union Shield reverse design, replacing the long-used Lincoln Memorial style, symbolizing national unity with a shield bearing 13 vertical stripes. The 2019 issue continued that tradition and represents a year when the Mint struck billions of these coins for everyday circulation. Most of these pennies were produced at the Philadelphia facility, which is why they don't carry a mint mark, a convention that dates back to decades of minting tradition. In fact, the Philadelphia Mint often left coins without mint marks, distinguishing them from those struck in Denver or San Francisco. Despite its massive production, over 3.5 billion coins, there are intriguing stories behind specific examples that have caught collectors' eyes. On the front, or obverse, of the 2019 Lincoln Shield penny, you'll see the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, originally designed by Victor David Brenner more than a century ago. The portrait remains one of the most enduring designs in American coinage. On the reverse, the Union Shield design is bold and modern, with the words, United States of America, e pluribus unum, and 1 cent, prominently displayed. While the design elements themselves are not unique to 2019, what sets this year apart is the sheer number of coins struck and the variation in condition in which they now exist. Most pennies seen in circulation are heavily worn, which normally means they're worth just their face value. Yet there's one specific twist that elevates select examples above mere pocket change: condition. Coins graded in exceptionally high mint state, particularly with full original copper color known as RD, red, can draw significant premium from collectors who prize sharp details, bright surfaces, and minimal wear. How can a coin that was minted in the billions be considered rare? The answer lies in condition rarity, not mintage rarity. A worn 2019 penny without a mint mark is ubiquitous. You could find thousands without even looking, yet an example in near perfect, uncirculated condition is another story. When coins enter circulation, tiny nicks and scratches accumulate, and most examples don't survive decades of handling without significant wear. It's the extremely well-preserved coins, graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, that collectors seek. High-grade red examples, especially those with minimal surface contact and full, vibrant original color, have achieved impressive results at auction. Some specimens graded MS68RD, signifying nearly flawless surfaces, have sold for over at auction, a remarkable return compared to face value. These results tell us that while the standard 2019 penny is common, the top-tier examples are genuinely scarce and highly desirable among collectors and set builders. Let's talk cash, because that's what many of you came here for. In worn or circulated condition, a 2019 1-cent coin without a mint mark is typically worth just 1 cent to $1 or $2, essentially face value for everyday finds. However, as we climb the ladder of condition and collector interest, values can rise dramatically. Uncirculated examples graded around MS60, MS66 often sell for $407,000 or more, with strong color and sharp strike commanding higher prices. When we reach the high end of the scale, coins with superior preservation and vibrant red surfaces graded have traded hands for from several hundred to over $1,000 in public auctions. A standout MS68RD 2019 penny was recorded selling for around on PCGS auction records, showing that modern coins can still surprise the market. At the very highest echelons of condition, some collectors have even seen premiums beyond this range when demand spikes. If you're a collector or just starting out, here are some tips that can help you spot and preserve valuable pennies. First, always look at the condition and color of the coin. Collectors pay premiums for full red color, which is the bright original copper tone on these zinc-plated coins. Next, consider having coins professionally graded if you believe they're in exceptional condition. Grading can significantly enhance marketability and value. Use protective holders to keep coins free from scratches and environmental damage, and consult trusted price guides or recent auction results to understand realistic market prices. Remember that many online listings may inflate values, but auction records from reputable grading services reflect what serious collectors are actually willing to pay. Keeping your expectations grounded and focusing on condition will help you build a more valuable and enjoyable collection over time. The 2019 Lincoln Shield reverse penny without a mint mark is a textbook example of how condition transforms common coins into collectible treasures. While billions were produced and most are everyday pocket change, select specimens in exceptional shape can command notable prices at auction, turning a simple 1-cent piece into a surprising story of rarity and value. Whether you're casually sifting through change or deeply involved in numismatics, never underestimate the potential tucked away in coins that many overlook. Next up, the 2018 Lincoln Shield reverse 1 cent. At first glance, this penny looks like the everyday 1-cent coin in your pocket, but in certain conditions, especially when it shows unusual surface characteristics, it can spark big conversations and even attract notable interest in the auction market. This video will explore everything from the coin's origin and design to what makes certain examples stand out among collectors, how rarity and condition affect value, and what you should know if you're thinking about collecting these coins. The Lincoln Shield penny series began in 2010, marking a new chapter in the long history of the Lincoln cent, which was first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. The Shield reverse design replaced the Lincoln Memorial reverse that had been in use since 1959. Featuring a stylized Union shield that represents Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a unified nation. This design was created by artist Lindo Bass and sculpted by U.S. Mint engraved Joseph Mena, and it continued through 2025 as the final series of pennies before the denomination's production was halted. The 2018 D version specifically was struck at the Denver Mint, which uses the D Mint mark to signify its origin. With a mintage of over 3.7 billion coins, the 2018 D Lincoln Shield penny is one of the more common modern coins from the series, making it widely available in circulation and in collector hands alike. The 2018 D Lincoln Shield penny carries the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse heads side with inscriptions marking the date, mint mark, liberty, and in God we trust. The reverse tails side showcases the Union shield with the banner reading 1 cent across it, flanked by the words United States of America and E pluribus unum. While the basic design elements are consistent, what catches the eye of many collectors are surface characteristics and condition variations. A coin that has circulated for years might develop a dark, oxidized surface, sometimes described informally as black or rusty, due to environmental exposure, but these are typically signs of corrosion or wear rather than a distinct mint error or variant. In contrast, coins that retain sharp detail, full original red coloration RD, from the copper plating, or have interesting toning are more desirable in the collector community because they reflect quality, preservation, and aesthetic appeal. The large mintage of 2018 D Lincoln Shield pennies. The coins become significantly more interesting when they are preserved in exceptional condition or display recognized mint errors. Standard circulated examples are common and usually trade at or just above face value among collectors. However, high-grade uncirculated examples, especially those professionally graded at MS66, MS67, or even MS68 by services like, can attract higher interest and command higher prices due to their scarcity in those top conditions. In fact, auction records show that a 2018 D Shield penny graded has reached nearly $6,000 at auction, illustrating how conditions can dramatically influence perceived rarity and collector demand despite the coin's common production figures. In terms of dollars, the market value of a 2018 D Lincoln Shield penny varies widely depending on condition. Most circulated examples are worth very little above their face value of 1 cent, and even modest uncirculated coins might sell for $405,000 in everyday sales. In uncirculated condition with solid red coloration, values can reach into the low hundreds, and certified high-grade examples might fetch hundreds or even thousands in the rare event of exceptional grading or a strong collector bid. The staggering example of a nearly 6,000 sales shows the upper extremes of the modern market, but such results are outliers tied to collector competition and the coin's excellent state. Typical market trends show most high-grade certified pieces selling in the range of tens to low hundreds of dollars, with prices increasing for quality, eye appeal, and certification. For anyone interested in collecting or investing in 2018 D pennies, the first tip is to understand the importance of condition and certification. Coins that have been professionally graded by respected services often command more trust and visibility among buyers, which can translate into stronger auction results. If you're sorting through pocket change, look for examples with strong original copper red surfaces and minimal wear, as these tend to have the most appeal. Be cautious about coins that are heavily corroded or have unattractive toning, as these surface issues usually detract from value rather than add to it, unless they accompany a recognized error that is documented in numismatic references. Learning to identify official mint errors such as doubled dies or repunched mint marks can also add depth to your collection and may lead to interesting finds that draw collector interest beyond the typical availability of the base issue. The United States 2018 D Lincoln Shield reverse 1 cent might seem like an everyday penny, but within the world of numismatics it holds more nuance than meets the eye. Its rich design heritage, connection to the long-standing Lincoln cent series, and the way collectors value condition and rarity all contribute to its story. While most of these coins are common and worth little more than face value, exceptional examples, especially highly graded or uniquely preserved specimens, can command significant premiums in the auction market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about what's hiding in your change, the 2018 D Lincoln Shield penny is a fascinating piece of modern U.S. coinage to explore. Next up, the 2020 Lincoln Shield reverse 1 cent coin with no mint mark. At first glance, it might look like an ordinary penny you could find in your pocket change, but for collectors around the world, this coin holds a unique place in modern coin collecting. Its story is not just about everyday money, but about rarity, the thrill of discovery, and surprising values that can reach well beyond its face value of 1 cent. Today, we'll explore the history, design, and ever-evolving market for this coin, and why it continues to captivate serious collectors and auctioneers alike. The Lincoln Shield penny was introduced in 2010 to replace the long-running memorial reverse design. The Shield reverse honors President Abraham Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a single nation and has become the standard for modern cents. In 2020, the Philadelphia Mint struck billions of these coins without a mint mark, meaning they were intended for general circulation in everyday spending. In fact, the Philadelphia version had an enormous mintage of over 3.5 billion pieces, making it one of the most common Lincoln cents ever produced. The 2020 no-mint mark Shield penny has become an object of special interest among numismatists. Part of that interest is due to the unique circumstances of 2020 itself. That year saw production disruptions caused by the global pandemic, which affected the availability of coinage and created unprecedented interest in even modern issues. What was once viewed simply as pocket change has since been re-examined under the collector's magnifying glass. The 2020 penny bears the familiar right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, accompanied by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty." The absence of a mint mark, which for many other years indicates a Philadelphia strike, is a defining feature of this 2020 variety. On the reverse, the Union Shield design dominates with 13 vertical stripes representing the original states joined under a single horizontal bar with the inscription, 1 cent, layered over it, an artistic symbol of unity and strength. While the design itself is not unique to 2020, what makes certain pieces stand out is their condition, original red color, red, sharp strike quality, and in rare cases, any subtle production anomalies or dye variations. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC have certified high-grade specimens, which instantly elevates their appeal and value among dedicated collectors. The beauty of the original copper-plated zinc surfaces on uncirculated examples helps contribute to their desirability and potential premium in the market. Ordinarily, a coin with billions minted wouldn't be considered rare. However, within that staggering production number, there are grading populations and condition extremities that are quite scarce. Coins that achieve high mint state grades such as MS65, MS66, or even MS69 are significantly less common than everyday circulated pieces. Moreover, pieces graded MS69RD, representing almost perfect condition and full original red luster, are exceptionally rare among 2020 no-mint mark pennies. Collectors are particularly interested in these high-grade coins because they represent the top of the condition pyramid from a year that most people assume is ordinary. According to auction records, a 2020 no-mint mark Lincoln penny graded MS69RD has sold for around $760 at an online auction, which is remarkable considering its face value is only 1 cent. This indicates how condition, grading, and collector interest can transform a common coin into a sought-after collectible. Beyond raw grading, demand is also influenced by the broader trend in modern coin collecting, where enthusiasts focus on filling registry sets or completing date and mint mark collections. High-quality examples from each year, especially modern issues like 2020, are often pursued by collectors to complete prestigious sets within PCGS, NGC, or other registry programs. So what does the market look like in real dollars? For most people, finding a 2020 penny with no mint mark in circulated condition simply means it is worth its face value of 1 cent, or just a bit more to collectors, perhaps a few cents up to $1 or $2 depending on visual appeal and color. Uncirculated, ungraded examples often fetch between a couple of $500–$6,000 when sold privately or online, largely depending on eye appeal and collector demand at the time of sale. At the high end, certified coins graded by professional services command the most serious attention. A top-graded uncirculated 2020 Shield penny with no mint mark, especially one with strong original red coloration and minimal imperfections, has fetched hundreds of dollars at auction on platforms like eBay. This striking difference between everyday pieces and premium auction results highlights how numismatic value isn't just about how many were originally made, but how many survive in exceptional condition and how badly collectors want them. It's important to remember that market values can fluctuate over time based on trends, collector interest, and even macroeconomic factors. What might sell for today could be worth more or less in the future depending on how the rare coin markets evolve. For anyone thinking about collecting or selling these pennies, the first tip is to understand grading and condition. Coins with their original red luster, RD, are far more desirable than those that have toned to brown, BN, or red-brown, RB. Even subtle differences in color can translate to significant pricing differences in the collector market. Having a coin evaluated and graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC can make a meaningful difference when selling in auctions or through dealers. Another key tip is to look for sharp detail and minimal wear, especially on Lincoln's portrait and the vertical stripes of the shield. Any signs of heavy circulation will generally keep a coin's value close to face value or modest premiums. For true rarities, keep an eye out for error coins and unusual striking characteristics, which sometimes can command premiums on their own. Finally, stay informed about recent auction results and trends, because the market for modern coins like the 2020 Lincoln Shield penny can be surprisingly dynamic. What collectors value most is not just rarity but aesthetic appeal and historical significance. The 2020 Lincoln Shield reverse 1 cent coin with no mint mark may seem like a humble penny, but its story reveals a deeper and more interesting world where even the most ordinary denominations can become prized collectibles. Its massive mintage belies the fact that condition-sensitive examples and top-graded specimens are actively sought after by collectors, and that the values they command at auction can be eye-opening. From humble pocket change to coveted auction lots, these coins remind us that in numismatics, beauty, rarity, and history can elevate even the smallest of coins into something truly valuable. Next up, the Lincoln Shield reverse 1 cent from 2017 with the D mint mark. While at first glance, This coin may seem like a standard issue in everyday circulation. Its unique features, condition variations, and collector demand make it a noteworthy piece for both novice and experienced numismatists. In this video, we will explore its history, distinctive features, rarity, market value, and offer practical tips for collectors looking to acquire this coin. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, has seen numerous design changes over the decades. In 2010, the U.S. Mint introduced the Lincoln Shield reverse design, replacing the previous wheat ears motif. The shield represents the unity of the states, symbolizing strength and preservation. The 2017 D Mint mark indicates that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint, a facility known for its high-quality coinage. Although 2017 was not a year historically recognized for extremely low mintages, certain examples in pristine or era conditions have gained attention among collectors for their desirability. The Lincoln Shield Reverse 1 cent features a classic shield with a scroll inscribed, 1 cent, and the phrase, E pluribus unum, above it. The D Mint mark appears just below the date, signifying its Denver origin. While circulating coins are common, collectors often look for coins with perfect strike, sharp detail, and luster. Variations such as double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual toning can make a seemingly ordinary 2017 D cent surprisingly valuable. Furthermore, coins preserved in high grades, such as MS-65 or above, can fetch significantly higher prices than their circulated counterparts, highlighting the importance of conditions in numismatic valuation. Although millions of 2017 D Lincoln cents were minted, examples in exceptional uncirculated condition are relatively scarce. Coins with unique errors or unusual features attract heightened attention from collectors, creating a strong market demand. The rarity of these high-grade or era coins, combined with the ongoing popularity of Lincoln cents, contributes to their appeal. Collectors who focus on modern Lincoln cents often seek to complete date and mint mark sets, which means a 2017 D cent in pristine condition can be an essential piece for any collection. The market value of a 2017 D Lincoln Shield reverse cent varies greatly depending on its condition and any special attributes. Circulated examples typically trade for face value or slightly above, while uncirculated coins with MS-63 to MS-65 grades can sell for $607,000 to over $10,000. Rare era coins, such as double dies or coins with unusual toning, may reach considerably higher values, sometimes surpassing $50,000 or more at auction. Collectors looking to acquire high-grade examples should closely monitor coin auctions, dealer listings, and certified coin grading services to ensure authenticity and fair pricing. For collectors aiming to add a 2017 D Lincoln Shield reverse cent to their collection, it is crucial to consider the coin's grade, strike quality, and potential errors. Purchasing coins certified by reputable grading services such as PCGS or NGC can provide assurance of authenticity and condition. Additionally, carefully inspecting coins for signs of circulation, wear, or post-mint damage will help in identifying pieces with higher collector value. Maintaining coins in protective holders or coin albums can also preserve their condition, ensuring long-term value growth. In summary, the 2017 D Lincoln Shield Reverse 1 cent may appear ordinary at first glance, but its unique features, potential errors, and high-grade examples make it a coin worth noting for collectors. Whether you are just beginning your Lincoln cent collection or are seeking to complete a modern set, this coin offers both historical significance and collectible value. By understanding its features, rarity, and market trends, collectors can make informed decisions and potentially uncover hidden gems that may appreciate over time. Next up, the United States Lincoln Shield Reverse 1 cent from 2019, featuring the D Mint mark, and in circulated condition. At first glance, this coin may appear ordinary, but its unique features, limited mintage, and demand among collectors make it a notable piece for anyone interested in rare coins. In this video, we will explore its history, distinctive characteristics, rarity, current market value, and tips for collectors looking to add it to their collection. The Lincoln Shield cent was first introduced in 2010, replacing the previous Lincoln Memorial reverse design that had been in circulation since 1959. The design symbolizes the unity and strength of the United States, with a shield representing the nation's preservation and Lincoln's enduring legacy. The 2019 edition, produced at the Denver Mint, carries the D Mint mark and was struck in massive quantities for general circulation. Despite its wide circulation, certain factors make some specimens stand out, especially coins that show specific die variations, minting anomalies, or are preserved in better condition despite years of use. The 2019 D. Lincoln Shield cent is its reverse design, which prominently displays the shield with a banner reading 1 cent and E pluribus unum across the top. The obverse side continues to feature the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, as designed by Victor David Brenner. For collectors, subtle details such as the clarity of the mint mark, the quality of the strike, and any unusual characteristics like doubled dies or slight errors can elevate the coin's significance. In circulated condition, coins may show wear, but they still retain numismatic value when considered as part of a collection focusing on modern Lincoln cents or Denver Mint issues. The 2019 D. Lincoln Shield cent has garnered interest due to its relatively low availability in high-grade circulated examples and the growing popularity of completing modern Lincoln cent sets. Collectors often seek coins that represent each mint mark and year, and the D. Mint mark of 2019 has proven to be one of the more challenging pieces to find in well-preserved circulated conditions. The demand for such coins has risen steadily in the auction market, especially among enthusiasts completing date and mint mark collections. In terms of current market value, a circulated 2019 D. Lincoln Shield cent typically ranges from a few cents to a few $710,000, depending on condition and any unique attributes. Coins with minor errors or exceptional eye appeal can fetch significantly higher prices at online auctions or in specialized coin shows. While this coin is not considered exceedingly rare compared to older or error-struck Lincoln cents, its value is notable for modern collectors looking to complete comprehensive sets or invest in coins with potential appreciation over time. For collectors, the key tips when seeking the 2019 D. Lincoln Shield cent are to examine the coin carefully for wear, ensure the mint mark is clearly visible, and look for any unique die varieties that might increase its numismatic value. It is also advisable to purchase from reputable dealers or verified auction platforms to avoid common circulation issues like cleaning, scratching, or post-mint damage that can reduce a coin's appeal and market value. Proper storage, such as in coin holders or albums, will help maintain the coin's condition and preserve its collectible value for years to come. In conclusion, the 2019 D. Lincoln Shield Reverse 1 cent in circulated condition is a fascinating example of modern American coinage that combines historical significance with collector appeal. While it may not have the extreme rarity of older cents, its importance in completing modern Lincoln cent collections, coupled with the attention given to subtle variations and mint mark details, makes it a coin worth noting. For collectors, enthusiasts, and anyone interested in the story of United States coinage, this cent is a small yet significant piece of history, bridging the legacy of Abraham Lincoln with the modern era of numismatics. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting insights.